Olá, Mackenzistas, sejam todos bem-vindos. Estamos iniciando mais uma edição do Mackenzie International Campus, o programa da Coordenadoria de Cooperação Internacional e Interinstitucional da Universidade Presbiteriana Mackenzie. Na edição de hoje, vamos falar sobre o nosso programa de dupla titulação com a University of Queensland, na Austrália. Estão aqui conosco doutora Grace Lee, doutora Marina Fortes e doutora Gwendolyn, da University of Queensland. Sejam muito bem-vindos. Welcome all. Também estão aqui presentes o professor Paulo José de Aguiar Simões, professor representante internacional da Escola de Engenharia da UPM, e professor Tiago da Cruz Canevari, coordenador do curso de Química da UPM, e professor Pedro Buque Avelino, coordenador da Cooperação Internacional e Interinstitucional da Universidade Presbiteriana Mackenzie. Então, sejam todos muito bem-vindos. Grace, Marina, Gwendolyn, welcome to Mackenzie International Campus. So, feel free to start.
Thank you very much for having us here today. Good afternoon to you, and a very early good morning to my UQ colleagues. So my name is Grace. I'm from Faculty of Science. Very glad to present here today and talk about the University of Queensland, Faculty of Science, and our wonderful double degree programs with Mackenzie University. Next slide, please, Marina. And probably next 2 slides, because this was supposed to be a video. So who is UQ? The University of Queensland, obviously, is one of the universities located in Australia. We are one of the GO8, if you like. So this is the top 8 universities in Australia. We currently have over 56,000 students, including 21,000 international students from more than 142 countries and regions. We have 20,000 postgraduate students and nearly 17,000 PhD graduates. So we now have 7,000 staff members, including professional staffs like me, and also our wonderful academics like Gwen and Marina. The university itself has 3 campuses and 6 faculties. We also have over 30 different teaching and research sites and 8 research institutes. So UQ is a global university. We ranked the top 50 in the world by all of the major mainstream university ranking systems. As you can see, we ranked number 50 in the world for QS World University Ranking. We also ranked number 33 by US News in the world as well. So now, to put this global ranking into a context, around the whole world, I think we have over 100,000 universities. So only 2,000 best universities will be ranked by these global ranking systems. So we ranked the top 50 out of those 2,000. So that's a pretty good result. Next slide, please, Marina. Thank you. So as I said, UQ has 6 faculties. Here are the 6 faculties listed on this slide. I highlighted science because we are from science faculty. So where is UQ? Obviously, we are in Australia, but which part? Why the university's name is the University of Queensland? Because we're located in the Queensland state. As you can see, this is the map of Australia, and the if you like, the top right corner, that's the state of Queensland. Brisbane is the capital city of Queensland. We are also the 3rd largest city in Australia. So Brisbane, currently we have just around 2.4 million people, and we are already the 3rd largest city in Australia. The weather is very pleasant. We have over 280 days in a year that with sunshine, and that's why Queensland is also called Sunshine State. Brisbane is a very multicultural city. Just around 30% of our Brisbane residents are residents were born overseas. We have a lot of migrants, overseas migrants, just like myself. I originally was born in China. Next slide, please. Brisbane is also hosting 2033, the Olympic Games. So if there is 1 year to avoid coming to Brisbane, that will be 2033, because 2032, because the everything will be so expensive. So I hope before that you will join us. Next slide, please. So here you can see this is the UQ main campus. As I mentioned, UQ has 3 campuses. Our main campus is called St. Lucia. So as you can see on this slide, this is the St. Lucia campus. St. Lucia campus is just located in the city center. As you can see, there is a river around the campus. That's the Brisbane River. The other side of the river is the Brisbane CBD area. So for students coming to do, our double degree programs in chemistry or biotechnology, you will be studying at St. Lucia campus. So a little bit more about Faculty of Science. So Faculty of Science, under Faculty of Science, we have 6 schools. We have a School of Agriculture and Food Sciences. We also have a School of Biological Sciences, a School of Chemistry and Molecular Biosciences. This is the school where if you are doing this double degree program, chemistry or chemical and nanobiotechnology all belongs to this school. We have a School of Earth and Environmental Sciences. We also have a School of Mathematics and Physics, then a School of Veterinary Sciences. So now, next slide, please, Marina. A little bit about our faculty. So we are a rather large faculty. I believe we are the 2nd largest faculty in UQ in terms of staff and student numbers. We have, as of the end of last year, we have 7,500 total students studying undergraduate or postgraduate coursework with our faculty. Among these, 30% are international students, 70% are Australian domestic students. Staffing wise, we have over 1,000 full-time staff members. Around 60% are our teaching and researching academics, and around 400 are professional staff. Now, one of the interesting facts about our faculty is that we have 35% of our staff were born overseas as well. So our faculty is very multicultural as well. Next slide, please. We are the global leaders in a lot of the science disciplines. As you can see on this slide, almost all of our faculties discipline areas, teaching or researching discipline areas are ranked at top 30. On this slide, as you can see, for example, our biotechnology program ranked number 9 in the world. And a lot of the life sciences disciplines are ranked number 13 in the world. Next slide, please. And we are Australian leader in all of these disciplines. And as you can see, we ranked number 1 in Australia for chemistry and biotechnology again. Faculty of Science is the only faculty out of those 6 faculties in UQ that we deliver programs across all 3 campuses. We are the only faculty that we have programs across all 3 campuses. But for the biotechnology and chemistry programs will be taught on St. Lucia campus. But for Gatton campus, that's the home for our agriculture and animal veterinary science related programs. Hurston is the specialist campus for health and medical teaching. It is the home to medicine and public health schools. But some of our courses relating to biomedical science, and I believe some courses relating to medical biotechnology will be taught at Hurston as well. So UQ Science student experience, I was going to show a video, but I'm sorry, for some reason, I can't share my screen. So this is a PDF slides. I can't show the video, but I have sent the video to Mackenzie International Office. So hopefully later you will have the opportunity to enjoy this video. Please, next slide, next 2 slides. So that was the video. And next. Yeah, so I have 2 videos to show. So talking about scholarships, so UQ actually offers a lot of different types of scholarships. Some are being offered by the university, some are offered by faculties. So I've just listed several scholarship opportunities that will be relevant to you as the students from Mackenzie. Next slide, please. If you wanted to see all of the UQ scholarships, you can go to this website and you can apply a few filters, but I have just selected some relevant scholarships just for you. The first one is called UQ International Excellence Scholarship. This is a scholarship offered by the university. We as an academic university, we recognize hard work and we offer scholarships to high achieving international students. So this is automatically being like an awarded scholarship type. You don't have to apply for it. It's academic merit based, available for undergraduate and postgraduate coursework students. The value is 25% fee reduction in the tuition fee per year for the duration of the program up to 4 years. But again, this is purely academic merit based, so it depends on your GPA. If you have a excellent GPA, then you will get this scholarship. It's automatically awarded to the eligible applicants. Next slide. The other one is a faculty level scholarship being offered by Faculty of Science. The slide showing on here is relevant to semester 2, which is July intake this year, but we will have this for every year as well. So this is called UQ Science Global Ambassador Scholarship for students coming from Latin America. The value is Australian dollars, 10,000 Australian dollars across 2 semesters. So students will get $5,000 tuition fee reduction per semester for their first 2 semesters or the first 1 year study at UQ. Each semester they will have a $5,000 fee reduction. It is now open for semester 2 because UQ have 2 intakes per year. One is in February, the other one is in July. So this is now, application is now open for the July intake this year. But as I said, next year we'll have the same scholarship again. Next slide, please. This is again a faculty level scholarship for international students, for anyone coming from any country. It doesn't have to be Latin America. And this is a one-off payment of $5,000. It's more like a bursary type. So this is not a tuition fee reduction. Students will have to pay the tuition fee first, and we pay this $5,000 after the census day into students' nominated Australian bank account. And this is for all of the international students coming to study a science program as a new international student. Next one is the Leverage Academy undergraduate scholarships. So this is, again, a university / industry sponsored scholarship. The value is 10,000 Australian dollars per year for the duration of the program, up to 6 years. Usually the scholarships will, it's only for semester 1 intake students. The application opening date should be in September, and the closing date is just around November. This is for new and first year international students doing a science degree or engineering or computer science degrees. And you can find all of the information from this link. One thing I should mention is that at UQ, the students cannot have multiple scholarships at the one time. So just now, out of all those scholarship type, you're welcome to apply, but you can also, you can only be awarded like one of them. You cannot have multiple scholarships at one time. So today's session, this is the last part of my presentation. I just wanted to show you some detailed arrangement and application process entry requirements for our double degree program. So between the University of UQ and Mackenzie, we have two double degree programs. We call those 2+2 because students will spend 2 years at MPU studying, bachelor in chemistry, and they spend another 2 years with UQ studying Bachelor of Science in Chemistry. So this is one of the double degree program. The other one is the double degree in double degree in chemical and nanobiotechnology at UQ. So same thing, 2 years at Mackenzie, doing chemistry degree, and then the other 2 years studying with UQ for a chemical and a nanobiotechnology program. And the outcome is in 2 years' time, you will get 2 bachelor degrees from the 2 excellent universities, one from Mackenzie and one from UQ. Next slide, please. Why study chemistry at UQ? I'm not going to pretend I'm the expert in this field. We have Gwen online, so all I can say is chemistry. We ranked #1 in Australia, and this major is accredited by Royal Australian Chemical Institute. The career outcomes, as you can see, are quite diverse, and if you're already a Mackenzie chemistry student, you know all the wonderful things about studying chemistry. If you have any questions regarding this major, you can ask questions later. We have the expert online. Why study biotechnology at UQ? Biotechnology ranks #9 in the world, and again, we are #1 in Australia for this major. The double degree agreement, biotechnology here at UQ, the bachelor program, we have 5 disciplines, but the double degree is for chemical and a nano discipline. Again, we have Marina online. The expert is online. So if you have any questions regarding the detail about this major, you can ask the questions later. So the next slide is the application and the tuition fee. So for now, 2024 international tuition fee for undergraduate programs at UQ is 48,000, just around 48,000 Australian dollars per year, plus an estimated living cost per year, which is 18,000 Australian dollars. So that's the total per year cost you need to consider. How to apply? First step is you go to UQ online applications portal to create an account. Then you need to complete the application and submit your application with your transcript and IELTS requirement, like English language proficiency test results. The closing date depends on when you want to study, when you want to commence your study with UQ. As I said, UQ has 2 intakes per year. One is in February, one is in July. So if you wanted to start in July, you need to submit the application no later than 31st of May. The last slide should be the entry requirements. Students are required to complete the first 2 years of your study at Mackenzie, and you need to achieve, I believe Mackenzie's GPA scale is 10 is the full mark, where 6 is a pass. Am I right? So if that's the case, then you need a GPA of 7.34 from Mackenzie for the first 4 semesters. We also need IELTS or TOEFL, or you can check any other English language proficiency test forms that's been approved by UQ from the link. Yeah, I think that's all for my presentation. Thank you.
Right.
Thanks a lot, Grace.
Oh, that's very cute.
It's my cows. Do you want to go into questions now, Santiago? And then if there is time afterwards, I can tell a little bit about myself and how did the Brazilian end up at UQ? Or how
I
do you
think
want
you can talk about yourself first, and then we can go to the questions, all right?
All right, let me find my slides. Where are they? Yeah. So share the screen again. Entire screen. Okay. There. So it was a very quick presentation. And vocês preferem que eu faça em português ou em inglês? Ou misturado? Tudo junto e
Como
misturado.
você se sente mais à vontade.
Vou tentar fazer em português, mas me deem um desconto. Quem está escutando, eu moro na Austrália desde 2007, tá? Então, meu nome é Marina Fortes, e eu sou professora na School of Chemistry and Molecular Bioscience. Eu dou aula de genética e de genômica e de biotecnologia, especialmente biotecnologia voltada à agricultura, porque minha área de pesquisa é pecuária e genética bovina. Mas eu vim do Brasil e antes de chegar na Austrália eu tinha feito veterinária na USP, aí eu tinha trabalhado como veterinária uns anos e aí eu fiz também um mestrado em reprodução animal também na USP. Então, quando eu cheguei aqui na Austrália, eu tinha essa bagagem, eu tinha um diploma de veterinária e um mestrado, né? E aí eu comecei a trabalhar na Universidade de Queensland como assistente de pesquisa, e aí eu consegui uma vaga para fazer o meu doutorado, meu PhD. Fiz o PhD em genética. Quando eu estava para acabar, abri uma posição de pós-doutorado, aí eu fiz 2 anos de pós-doutorado, e aí depois abri uma posição de geneticista como professora. Então, nos últimos 8 anos, é isso que eu faço. Eu sou, ao mesmo tempo, pesquisadora, líder de um grupo de pesquisa, e é o que eles chamam de senior lecturer, que é um acadêmico que dá aulas, né? A minha pesquisa é feita toda em parceria com empresa, indústria, outras universidades, para poder ter impacto e também para a gente poder captar recursos, porque, afinal de contas, fazer experimentos com vacas é bastante oneroso, demora tempo e custa dinheiro. Então, eu fiz um slide só ilustrando mais ou menos as parcerias que eu tenho para os diversos projetos de pesquisa que eu já fiz. E aí eu posso destacar a Unesp e a Embrapa têm sido minhas parceiras no Brasil. E eu adoraria ter parceiros no Mackenzie também. A pesquisa que eu faço tem a ver com ajudar a sustentar a população humana, né, os bilhões de pessoas que nós somos, e tentando fazer isso de uma forma sustentável. Então, tentando ter uma pecuária que seja não tão terrível para o meio ambiente. E como é que a gente faz isso? A gente faz isso através de seleção genômica. Tem várias características que são herdáveis, inclusive a quantidade de metano que as vacas emitem. Então, através de uma seleção genômica, a gente pode ter um rebanho melhorado que produz carne e leite com uma eficiência maior e com menos impacto ambiental. E isso está diretamente relacionado às coisas que eu ensino também. Então, nos meus cursos, quem vier para cá estudar e dentro da química ou da biotecnologia for fazer alguma coisa relacionada à genética ou à genômica, provavelmente vou dar aula para vocês. Eu tenho um curso na biotecnologia que chama Livestock Biotechnologies, já no nível de mestrado, mas a gente está começando a ter esses cursos também no nível da graduação. E, bom, acho que eu não preciso falar muito mais sobre isso. é o que eu faço hoje em dia, é dar aula e fazer pesquisa. E no meu tempo livre eu também faço um podcast, que aí o que já lançou 2 temporadas, a gente está para lançar a terceira essa sexta-feira. E esse podcast ele conta histórias de mulheres na ciência. É uma coisa informal, mas ele ajuda os alunos a terem uma ideia do que é ser um cientista, o que é fazer ciência. E a gente entrevista pessoas de diversas áreas, inclusive de química e biotecnologia, que é o relevante para hoje, né? Isso é de graça nas plataformas, então se você quiser dar uma olhada, quiser conhecer alguns dos outros professores através desse mecanismo, fiquem à vontade. E eu estou aqui para responder perguntas também, se vocês tiverem perguntas. Era isso.
Okay, all right. Gwendolyn, do you want to say something?
Hi, so sorry. Firstly, I'm going to apologise because I've got a cold flu at the moment, so I don't normally sound quite like this. I haven't got a slide because I am a chemist and I have worked on bench research for a long time, but my current research is in chemical education, which is the interface between chemistry and cognitive science. And so it's a different pathway if you come to UQ, but it's also an important acknowledgement of chemistry and its diversity. So I'm an academic advisor for the Faculty of Science in Chemistry, and I've also teach chemistry across all levels. My background is in nanoscience and material science. So I teach from first year general chemistry, which are the very large courses that your students will bypass when they come, which articulate into our second year courses. And I teach physical chemistry, thermodynamics, and also nanoscience in third year. So we have, in terms of chemistry, there's several research themes for chemistry that can be found on our website, and they include material science and medicinal chemistry and polymers, and there's anything a chemistry student might like to go and follow their way in, as well as into the nexus between chemistry and biology, biochemistry, and so on in our school. So I think the best thing to do is when students arrive at UQ and they want to follow a certain direction is to come and visit someone like myself, the Chemistry Academic Advising Team. There's also my colleague Effie Katsunaki who does advising, and we can make sure that the right combination of courses are being studied to head students in the direction they want for the careers they want in chemistry. As Grace said earlier, it's very diverse. But there's lots of support there. I should also say I'm an immigrant to Australia as well, migrant. I come from the UK originally, if you can tell from my accent. So.
All right, great. So I think now we can open for questions. Então agora nós vamos abrir para perguntas. Se alguém tem alguma pergunta, por favor, pode enviar pelo chat, que eu vou repassar. Certo, alguma pergunta?
We very upset because I have 2 students only in the chat.
A Laura e a Beatriz, é isso? São as alunas?
É.
Conta aí pra gente, por que vocês vieram para o webinar, qual é o interesse de vocês, vocês querem saber sobre estudar na Austrália? Não? Tão tímidas?
Yes. Sim.
Or maybe Grace just covered it beautifully. No more
No,
questions.
she did, definitely. Beautifully.
Beatriz,
hello,
Laura,
Lisa,
estão aí?
welcome. Yeah.
So I can ask a question actually for Marina and Gwendolyn. So how was like the switch between cultures, like from your home country to Australia? Were you received well? Was it hard?
It was easy, to be honest. It was much better than I expected, I suppose. The climate in Brisbane and São Paulo, where I'm from, is very similar. So you don't have that shock of cold weather or something like that. It's very multicultural. So I was able to find friends from all over the world. There is a big Brazilian community and they do support each other. But yeah, now many years later, my friends are from everywhere. Yeah, no, I found Australian very welcoming because we are so diverse already. It was easy, yeah.
Yeah, I agree. But I've been here nearly 30 years. So I came when I was quite young. And it was a very different climate from the north of England and Scotland to here. So I have to say the weather's good. but I'm just going to add a spruik that I don't think Grace put in there, that when we live in Brisbane, I've got 3 boys and we love camping, and you can actually travel with 1 hour to the barrier reef, to a reef in the sea, not the barrier reef obviously, but the bottom end of it. You can go out to the west to the bush, which is really dry and harsh. You can go to the rainforests. You can just, we have this circumference of diversity in natural environments that makes it such a beautiful place to live in Brisbane.
Yeah, that's true. You're never short of options for the weekend. There's a lot of things to do on the weekend. It's really good. Yeah.
I think a question popped up, did it, while we were talking?
So the question is, can students work while they are studying in Australia?
They can.
Yes.
So the Australian student visa, once you get the student visa, you automatically also get the work permit. The work permit is during the semester. So while you are studying during the semester, it's every fortnight. So every 2 weeks. You can work for currently you can work for not more than 40 hours, but after 1st of July this year, the Australian Immigration Department has now increased the work hour to 48. So after 1st of July this year, as a student, international student holding a student visa, during the semester time, they can work every 2 weeks, not more than 48 hours. During semester breaks, so in between the 2 semesters, there is no work limit. So you can work 24 hours if you like in a day.
That's
and
an
Australia,
important question. Yeah.
And Australia has the highest salary, like hourly salary in the world. It's around 27 Australian dollars per hour now. That's the legal minimum hourly wage.
Yeah,
and I don't know
a
the
lot of
exchange
things pay
rate.
more
Sorry.
than that. Yeah, a lot of things pay a lot more than that. So yeah, it's very possible to make a living as a student because you work on the side. A lot of our students do that, and just as a comment that goes well with that is that our lectures are always recorded. So if you have to miss a lecture because you have a shift and you're working, that's not a major drama because you can always download the recorded session and watch it later.
The other thing relating to work visa is after you completed the 2 years bachelor program with UQ, you can also apply for the post-study work visa. So that will give students another 4 years to work in Australia. Then you don't need a job offer. As soon as you finish the 2 years bachelor, you can apply. At the moment, it's post-study work visa. At the moment, is 2 years, but after 1st of July this year, for some programs or some degree in some areas, for example, like science in chemistry or biotechnology, these are the areas that are deemed by Australian government there's the skills shortage. So we need experts, we need people in these areas, and that's why for students studying these related programs, and like they will get 4 years, not 2 years work visa.
Yes, and then for those 4 years, you can work as much as you can.
Yeah, there is no
Like,
limit.
There's
Yeah.
no limits. Yeah.
Okay, then that's great. I think we don't have any more questions.
Mhm.
So, Grace, Marina, Gwendolyn, thank you so much for your time, for your amazing presentation. Hopefully, it enlightened some of our students. And hopefully, we'll talk soon. All right.